All right, it's been a long day. Deontay with Deontay's reviews. These Country Wayne skits, man. Can we first talk about how they had a skit out of sequence? So apparently Amber knows about Brittany and Kelvin. They took it down. I know somebody got chewed out for messing up the skits and putting them out of order. So now we know. Now we got to just go back and just act like we didn't see the skit that we saw. But anyway, so 11:30 skit tonight. We got Angelina is showing Shayla how to get through depression. Of all the things she could show her, she just shows her talks about depression and how to get through depression. This is just weird. This woman and her mothering skills is just diabolical to me. Let's go.
I see that someone is looking a little bit better. Yeah, I'm feeling better.
Shayla looked like a single mother. You know what she looked like? She looked like the Timu version of Taraji P Henson and Baby Boy. You know when she was at Jody's steps. He don't love me no more. This is exactly what she looked like right here. She looked like a whole single mother right here, having baby daddy drama. He don't love me no more.
You know, there's some things that I did not necessarily teach you in Zachary that in hindsight I wish I did.
Yeah, you should have taught her accountability. You should have taught her morals. You should have taught her values. You should have taught her how to not steal other people's husbands. You should have taught her how to not lie. You should have taught her how to not steal, be conniving, be greedy. You should have taught her how to have some kind of career, to have her own and to take care of her own self so she won't expect another man to do for her what she can't even do for herself. You should have taught her a lot of stuff, Angelina. Let's start there. Let's just start there.
What do like knowing when you're depressed?
Like knowing when you're wrong, acknowledging when you're wrong, understanding that there's consequences when you do stuff to other people.
You think I'm depressed? I knew you were going to say that. So, absolutely. But don't think that that does not visit every single person living. It really does. But I want to tell you that the way that you can overcome this is simply by facing it. You gotta face it. Don't I face it?
I have learned, Angelina says she got to face it. I have learned that with Angelina, you got to be careful of the kind of words that she say. Because she can give you the impression that she means good by saying you got to face it. But her definition of face it could mean something totally different because we literally saw this woman pray and cry and take off jewelry and almost foam at the mouth. But the very next day went right back to the same crazy behavior that she had. So I would like to argue that Angelina's idea of facing it is continuing to be even more direct with your deviant behavior, with your audacious behavior, if that's even a word, I think it is, to even be even more bold. I think that's what Angelina means. Look.
Every day when I live. In some ways. But I think you spend more time looking at the woulda, coulda, shouldas, right? And that's not facing the issue. I think as a mother, mom, you just want the best life for your kids. So that's what I feel guilty about. Just want the best for my baby. Well, the best for your son, for my grandson, is for you to understand and really meditate on the fact that when you are having to deal with situations in your life, no matter what it is, and it's depressing you.
God damn this motherfucker.
The first thing you're going to do is face it. And that means that you have to know you have to run towards the problem.
See?
And as you do that, the Lord is going to have your superwoman suits just right there at the door of your solution.
There they go again, invoking God in their mess, thinking God gonna be on their side. How can you cause chaos and then expect the Lord to bless you and to fight your battles when you are the one causing chaos in other people's lives?
And he's gonna meet you in that situation.
Yeah, he gonna meet you. He gonna meet you. He gonna meet you head on and hold you accountable. He gonna meet you head on and make sure the consequences don't miss an ounce of tearing your tail up. That's what he gonna do.
He's gonna walk you through that situation. Let me tell you, it is a truth that when you are down to nothing, God is up to everything. You can overcome depression by just focusing on his word, but most importantly, knowing that when you were a child, girl, please, I had to fight with you day and night.
What they got to do with this situation? Nothing.
And it did become a little depressing having to deal with your daddy and situations like what we have going on now with Pam.
But have you ever been through something like this before?
Oh, girl. I think this may be the appropriate time for me to start sharing some of those things with you.
I told y'all something in Angelina's past where the reason as to why she encourages Shayla the way that she does is because she wants Shayla to not make the same decisions, but she is like she doesn't want something, whatever happened in her life, she don't want Shayla to repeat it. And even if that means encouraging Shayla to be conniving and deceitful to get a different result, that's what she's willing to do.
And yes, I have. And on more occasions than just one. But I overcame it.
Y'all heard what she said? She said because Shayla asked her, has she gone through anything like what Shayla's going through? Being a side chick, being a baby mama, the other woman. Angelina literally sat here and said she's been through it on more than one occasion. How many kids she got? 2. Shayla and Zachary. So that lets me know Brody might not even be their father. And Zachary and Shayla don't even know that. Could this have happened when they were so small on various occasions? I don't know. We'll see how the writers decide to spin this.
By standing in the face of that issue with my word and trusting God. And it felt like I was going to be swallowed up by a dragon every single time I would feel.
You know that happens when you tend to be evil.
Hot, but let me tell you something. I made it through with the victory every single time. And so will you. And you made it through even without that tutu.
Thank you, Mom. I really appreciate it. Because I feel very alone in this.
But you're not. At this time, this is where you have the most help. And God loves you, and so do I.
We're going to stop right there. Yes, the Lord loves you, Shayla. And the word also says that God chastises those that he loves. And part of chastising means being held accountable. Part of chastising means being held accountable and experiencing the consequences because of your actions. See, the reality is God can love you all day long, but that doesn't mean that he's going to take away the consequences from your bad behavior. That's due. You know, because just the same way that when you do good, you get rewarded. When you do bad, you got to get rewarded accordingly. Angelina's showing her how to get through depression. Can somebody help me to get through the depression of watching them over and over again, looking pitiful? Because it's depressing. It's depressing, and I'm ready for karma to come. We've been waiting 2.5 years. I've been waiting since 1965 for Shayla to get her karma, man. Like this, oh man. At one moment, here it is. She been over there all day long. She ain't gone home. She ain't washed no dishes. She ain't grabbed no Clorox wipes. Cop probably ain't had a pamper change. He been crying all day. Still ain't taking the Chuck E. Cheese. Like, what's... I'm still convinced that she gonna go see Anthony. Angelina's gonna go see Anthony to kind of see where he is with all of this and to even try to check him. and to try to tell him he need to focus on his family. But drop it in the chat. Do y'all think that's what's finna happen? That Angelina gonna go see Anthony and try to tell him to be about his family, which means Shayla and Kai and not Amber. Let me know in the comments what y'all think.